Hello everybody, Mark here. I've got a special dish that I'm gonna invent today. Now what it consists of is some regular cheapest co-op crinkle cut chips, which I'll pour some, not a lot, possibly. Actually, yeah, put the whole bag in there, what the hell. Okay. Right. The rest of the bag of chips that I happen to have left over. A pan of beans, which you would have seen before. They're the Smedley's beans. You get out of the co-op, they're 26p a can. Also, these are the co-op's own brand rice. This one happens to be Mexican spicy rice. I've also got pilar and I've got some golden vegetable. I'm going to be using this one. 75p, it's the cheapest one they got. And I think it's about £1 cheaper than the next one up. You know, they got Lidl's, something, and then Uncle Ben's. These are 75p, they're about £1 cheaper than the rest of the other brands. Okay, so you've, now, in other dishes, you've seen me put rice in with the beans, which I'll be doing again. But the difference is I'm going to be using the last of my brisket pastrami. Now I counted up, I think this one is number, I can't remember, 6 or 7 dishes that I've done with this pack of meat. Now, I'm getting to the end of the meat. What I've done, I've taken all the meat and I've cut it up into tiny pieces, you know, just shredded it up. Okay, so, I mean, most of the ones I've done like sandwiches and toasted sandwiches and whatnot. So anyway, that's the last of the meat. So the meat is going to go in with the beans, the rice is going to go in with the beans, and the whole lot is going to get dunked on top of the chips, and it's going to be some kind of really wacky, fun, nutritious dinner. Now I've got the beans. The beans are starting to bubble, which is a bit of a pain because the chips have just gone in and they're going to take about 15 to 20 minutes. So I've turned this right down so it's on a very low heat. I could always turn it up. Now I'm going to prep the rice by taking the top off. So when the time comes, that'll just go in the microwave for like 2.5 minutes or so. Actually, what I've just realised, when all that goes in, like I just mentioned, I'm going to be putting the last of the brisket in the beans, the rice in the beans, all that on top of the chips. I can use up the last 2 of these little old El Paso stand-and stuff. Now I've been showing you lots of recipes and ideas to be having with these things that you may never. I mean, I've had a couple of people write to me say that, you know, they've never tried these before, and it's interesting that they're able to see what exactly you can do with them. So I'm going to be eating the last 2 of these with this concoction that I'm whipping up. So that'll give you another idea for something to eat with this. Now the chips are almost cooked. They're only a couple of minutes away. The beans I've turned on a really low heat because they've been done for a short time now. They're pretty much done. Now I'm going to be putting the rice into the microwave for 2.5 minutes. Well, about 2.5 minutes. Oh, and the last thing is to put the remainder of the pastrami in the beans. Let me see there. Right, so as you can see, I've cut it all up already into tiny pieces. I'm going to put that in with the beans. So that can gently heat up. There we go. And then when the rice goes in, I'll give all that a mix up as well. So that's going to be meaty, meaty rice beans. Okay, and then all this is going to go on top of the chips. There we are. The rice has just come out of the microwave for about 2.5 minutes. Okay, which may have been slightly too long. Maybe 2 minutes would have done it. Anyway, okay, so give these a quick mix. Now the beans, the rice takes up all the juice or the sauce from the beans. It's not as there's not as much sauce as there was before. The rice really sucks it up. Okay. Anyway, all right, I'll turn it all off. Oh, there's the chips. I'll just put those in for another minute. Okay. Now, before I dump all this onto the chips, I've got a couple of these left. Stand and stuff. Okay, I've done so far I've done a bunch of these, and I should have loaded them by the time you see this. Okay, now pastrami, beans, and Mexican rice, all mixed together. Now, there you go. I haven't filled up the whole thing. I'm just going to put just fill half a quarter of it up. Bit of spicy coming from the rice. There you go. Yeah, I'll tell you what. These go with anything. You could put anything in this. Let me see. You should see some of the concoctions I've been putting spam and cheese and beans and whatnot. You know. Oh. Yeah. And I mean, if you don't happen to have any pastrami to make this, in the past I've put the odd slice of bacon. If I've got a couple of sausages left over that have to be used up, bit of pork chop, bit of anything, you know, chicken nuggets, throw them in. It doesn't matter what meat it is. No, this is good on it, as it is. You know, there's a few of these. I mean, they come in packs of 8. Just get a pack of 8. Eat the whole thing in these tortillas. Oh, and that'll be good enough for dinner. And there we have the last ingredient, the chips. What I'm going to do, I don't know whether this is necessary, I'm just going to put a bit of vinegar in there, just for a bit of flavour. I'm not going to put any salt in there. What I'm going to do now is just dump all the rice and the beans and the pastrami meat on the top. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, there's not a lot of juice in here left. As I say, the rice sucks it up. There you have it. Now, I've just eaten some of it. Some of it with one of those stand and stuff. This is the last, I've just eaten one, this is the last one. Now, what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to put some chips in there. Now, this wasn't actually going to be what I was going to show you. The main thing was just the using up the last of the brisket pastrami, mixing it with rice and beans, but using these old El Paso tortillas is just a bonus. Okay, there you go. Just showing you a way to what to do with these. Oh. Oh boy, this is good. Anyway, there we go, coming up to, I've just gone 10 minutes. There you have it. Anyway, that's just another idea for you. Something half of it I just dreamt up on the fly, you know, just as I'm going along, think, oh, you know, I can add certain things to it. But anyway, hope that's some inspiration for you. Thank you for watching.